Hey there folks, Dan here. So I'm a cybersecurity analyst that likes to work on cars, various things. I've been watching a lot of builders like Chris from Beans for Build, those sorts of folks go through and build their cars. So I thought I have a new project that I want to work on with my current car. Might as well document that, see if it's useful to anyone else. I like build threads, is like a build thread on steroids, right? So what I have is a 1996 C4S. It's I've had it for many years now. When I first got it, I was building it to be an autocross car. I raced it for a number of years in autocross, and then I was going to go to road racing. And so when I was making the transition to road racing, went through some pretty extreme changes for the car, but then life happened. So I had two beautiful daughters, and the car just didn't get as much attention as it probably should. But so it's mostly been sitting, take it out on weekends, that sort of thing, but it's not the most comfortable car on the street. So my thought was, if it's going to be in my garage, I might as well enjoy it. So my thought is to take it from its current race car-ish prep back to a more streetable, like RS version of the same car. So what I'll figure I'll do is I'll go over the car where it currently sits and talk about some of my plans. And then hopefully, over the next few weeks or months, I don't know, these things take time, transition or, build this thing out to a car that I can actually take out and enjoy. Other cars might make appearances depending on, my whims and current things that I want to get done. So I also have this 21 GT that I've been driving, and outside I've got a 2020 Ranger. But the focus right now is primarily on this C4S. So we'll go around and talk about what we've got. The car as it sits is a 1996 Porsche Carrera 4S. It's polar silver with midnight blue interior. I got the car about 16 years ago, and it's just been slowly made into the car it is today, which is a bit rough on the street, as I've mentioned, but we'll go over at least some of the things that have done to it. So the hood here is carbon fiber. Underneath the hood, we've got the Motown Club Sports that you can see, the strut brace. It's got a compact battery down there. Other than that, this area is pretty much as it was. And it's got CCW wheels in the front and back, running Falcon tires right now. We're currently up on Esco top jack stands. Eventually I'd like to have a lift. This center section down here is actually extra thick just so that I could have a lift, but it needs to be narrow, and I'm trying to find the right one. So as we move around, we've got one big item that I did was sunroof delete. So this was done by Ross Sport down in Portland. They took the entire roof skin off, replaced it with a non-sunroof version. Interior, you can start to see where the comfort on the street starts to falter. So it's got a full roll cage, again done by Ross Sport down in Portland. It's got the RS door cards. It's Recaro SPG seats that are currently just sitting in here because I had taken them out previously. The radio's been deleted. The AC has been deleted. We've got the Momo Moto 7 steering wheel. Some Rinline bits and pieces down there. I had Schroth 6-point harnesses as well. Put the remote reservoirs for the back into the cabin of the car. It's got you know, the door brace, all that sort of thing. You can see there's no carpet. Yeah. Coming out back, it's got pretty much stock engine. Done a few fairly normal mods, getting rid of the heater box there. And you can see the solid mount, solid engine mounts there. Pretty much any mount that had rubber in the car is now monoball or just metal. And some things you can't necessarily see underneath here. It's got the GT2 uprights. It's got RS sway bars. It's got a limited slip differential and a re-geared gearbox to be more like the Cup car 993. The car is no longer all-wheel drive. It's been converted completely over to a two-wheel drive version. So the nose cone on the transmission is two-wheel drive, along with the transmission mount, that sort of stuff. It does have the Pfister FD Motorsports goldenrod mod, a few other minor things like that. But as far as what I want to do to the car is, initial thoughts is more of an RS version of the car. So we go to the RS mounts, which have some hard rubber, but it's a little bit of rubber. We'll do carpeting, seats, if I can afford it. I'd like to get a little bit wider seats that are just a little bit easier to get in and out of, with some 4-point harnesses that are suitable for the street. When they put in the roll cage, they cut part of the dash here, part of the door here, and they took out these vents. So I'm looking to fix that, get a new dash cover, get a new door cap here. Not entirely sure what I'll need to do here, but I'll figure it out as I pull it apart. And then RS carpet, if I haven't said that already, with some sound deadening. And then put in the air conditioning. So I forgot to say back here, there's actually a bracket that comes up right here, holds the air conditioning unit. I pulled that out a while ago and cut the arm off to clean it up, but I kept the original one, so put that back in, get some AC. It gets pretty hot here where I'm at. That'd be pretty nice to have. Other than that, hopefully that'll be it. It's probably a few weeks, maybe a couple of months worth of work, depending on the pace. I forgot to mention, getting rid of part of this roll cage. So I already mentioned I was going to fix the dash, which means what I'd like to do is take this roll cage off or out from basically this rear hoop forward. You don't want roll cage around you on the street. It's not necessarily the safest thing in the world. It is really tucked up there. I feel pretty safe, but you know, somebody else who's a passenger, that sort of thing, they might not appreciate the roll cage being there. So if I can, I'll tear that out. And that's probably the biggest question I have, is whether or not that's going to be successful. So hopefully this will be a fun little ride, and I'll be able to take it out on the street again, enjoy it, and go from there. So that's the car. Yeah, so we'll take this apart. I'll start tearing it down, cataloging things that I need. I know I already need a dash, I already need door card caps, I already need, I'd like to get a headliner. Not entirely sure where to get that done. I'll purchase things that I can and install it. If I have to, I can try to make stuff. I do have, you know, very small welding skills. So I'd like to leverage pre-made stuff as much as possible. I'd like to be as quality as possible on this, you know. I do have a lot of parts over the years. You can see up here, all the big parts. I've got all the various bins that as I've taken stuff off the car, I've been able to hold on to. I don't tend to sell stuff in case I want to put it back, which in this case finally actually makes sense. Up here we've got some of the transmission and the AC arm. In fact, I even have, I think this is the original amp for the speakers. Probably would put it in an aftermarket one this time. And yeah, while we're at it, this is the Mustang. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one next. Probably some shifting components, but we'll see how that goes. So until next time, hopefully I'm going to be starting to take this thing apart, and with luck, it'll get done before winter. Thanks.